Today we are going to talk about K-pop generations. And if you're wondering what I think about it, well, I hate it.
Let's kill this. Yeah, 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 yeah. How you like that now? Let's kill this love. How you like that?
If you've been in the K-pop industry for long enough, you will know that K-pop have generations. The first generation of K-pop is the beginning of the whole fiasco. It started with Satejian boys, and K-pop companies were like, wow, there's a lot of money in here. And they started training systems and made K-pop what it looks like today. I mean, no wonder Sateji had to wait for like 25 years to pass the torch to someone that made music like him, because the K-pop we see today is not what he envisioned back then. But keeping that aside, now we are at fourth generation of K-pop, and soon we are entering the fifth generation of K-pop. Now I'll tell you why I hate this whole concept of first generation, second generation, third generation. And this is mainly because of K-pop labels and K-pop stans. Both K-pop stans and K-pop labels, I mean, at least a majority of them, don't see idols as artists. I've seen this happening so many times, especially within K-pop stans who stan more than 5 groups. It is so easy for them to drop one group and chase the other new, shiny little group. And K-pop labels just feed into this too. It's like every K-pop idol comes with a shelf life. I kinda talked about in the Mama video, but didn't elaborate much. So when a K-pop group becomes like 2-year-old, 3-year-old, the treatment they get starts to change, basically. And then the companies stop giving them the kind of attention they need and starts giving more attention to their newer groups. I mean, obviously they're new and they need enough promotion to go for a great start. But then it comes to a point where the older group starts to get neglected completely, and they just fall into obscurity. K-pop companies have no idea what longevity actually means. It used to be a little bit better in the past, but as the time passes, it's just getting worse and worse. And then 7 years are up, your contract is over, and if you're not from Big 3 or Hype, high chances are people have no interest in you any longer. No matter how much high quality music you release, it is gonna be like that. Why, you ask? Well, they have their new generation groups to take care of and stan. Listen, there is nothing wrong with standing a new group. Sometimes it is inevitable. But dropping the old group you really liked apparently to stan a new group with absolutely no reason, like it's not because their quality of the music is less or anything, it's just because they're old. Like, I cannot help but judge and side eye such people. Y'all are not here for music, trust me on that. This whole give new groups a chance, give the other groups a chance narrative people tend to throw at now third generation groups. In the past, it happened with second generation groups. It all boils down to this very narrative. Dividing K-pop groups with generations is a lame excuse for putting shelf lives for K-pop groups. It's like, yeah, your time is up now, move. And I absolutely cannot stand it. Now let's move on to the made up achievements. on the basis of generation division. You know, all those achievements and records that goes like first fourth generation group to do this, first fourth generation girl group to do that, first fourth generation boy group to do this other thing, and I can't even explain how corny it is. These achievements and records already exist mostly among third generation or even second generation groups. You cannot start tagging these achievements that already exist, which is tied to some other group who are actually the first ones to do it, just because it's a new generation, just because it's a fourth generation. Am I the only one who is unable to understand the concept of this kind of achievements? What is the point of these achievements and records if you're gonna give it to every single new group out there because they are a new generation? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Some achievements are like so weird. It goes like the fastest fourth generation group to enter Melon top 50. Like, be serious for once. So yeah, I don't know what others think, but I am personally not a fan of this whole generation thingy from the very beginning itself. So write it down in the comments below if you guys think otherwise, or like you have anything to add on my point. Basically whatever you feel like, unless it's hate comments, please. Also, a personal request to K-pop fans, please stop putting weird achievements just because you want your group to get some kind of validation, and work harder on spreading your faves music everywhere instead of whatever you guys are doing right now. I cannot talk for everyone, but I personally believe that it all should boil down to music at the end of the day. All these second group, third group, fourth group, fifth group, first fourth generation group, first fifth generation group. Like, what do you mean it's already fifth generation? How are you guys even calculating all these stuff? There are a lot of fun, iconic things to focus on, trust me. All you have to do is just look around. So yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and till then, bye-bye.